get me this. This is something very phenomenal, viewers. I'd like to show this to you, and I'm happy that I didn't forget it. In the production, I was scared that I might forget in the heat of it. This is on social media. You can check. It's on Halik Musa's page. Now, this is what he says, and after that, I'll roll it up so you can see the photograph. It says, for several years, I called and labeled the vice president and his government as the most useless government. Criticized them to a point Mr. Mahama called me and thanked me for standing by the NDC. This is very instructive. He goes on. The vice president had all the powers to send people to attack me at my workplace or throw me into cells. Well, the vice president hasn't got power to throw you into cells or attack you. He doesn't have the power to do so. So just learn that we're in a democracy. He has to go to police. You have to be charged for something. So that doesn't happen in a democracy. But let's move on. He didn't do that. Instead, he came to Tamale and called me for dinner through Chairman Samba and Dr. Anta. A great mark of tolerance and a good leadership. Dr. Muhammadu BAWUMIA, I am sorry, he says. I was attacked by the NDC for criticizing Mr. Mahama within the space of 5 minutes. And because of that, I'm not on radio again. Forgive me, sir. Now, this is the gentleman in question. The gentleman in question is the one standing to the right of Dr. BAWUMIA. There's a lady here, and then there's Dr. BAWUMIA in the middle, and then there's Mohammed Amin Anta, the finance minister who also arranged this meeting. Viewers, when you have these stories, you see, when these stories come out, then you have confidence in Ghana's democracy. You have absolute confidence in Ghana's democracy. Look at this story. This is a gentleman who says that he had been attacking Dr. BAWUMIA to the point where Dr. BAWUMIA's opponent, President Mahama, called him to thank him for standing with the NDC. He thought that Dr. BAWUMIA will use political power against him, but that cannot be done in a democracy. And Dr. BAWUMIA is not even thinking about that. Dr. BAWUMIA, however, wants to win minds. He wants to talk to people. He wants people to understand his vision because he's very, very confident about his vision that if he were to engage all the 30 million Ghanaians will vote for him. And that's what the NPP have been saying in their campaign, that looking at Dr. BAWUMIA on the platform, on the campaign platform, you are confident that all he needs to do is to engage as many people as he can. Because as soon as he engages you, it is impossible for you not to buy into his philosophy. That's a great politician. And that's not even a normal politician. Dr. BAWUMIA is not a regular politician. We know that he's a banker. And that is why he's brought the to-dos. You know, the bankers have what they call KPIs, key performance indicators. And Dr. BAWUMIA has brought these things into politics and is telling people that, look at me, this is what I have done. This is what I have done. This is the difficulty we have. We've had this difficulty because of this. And the campaign of the NPP are confident that if Dr. BAWUMIA were to engage anyone, they will definitely buy into his philosophy. He's a politician with an agenda. He's a politician with a message. And that's what we need. We need all our politicians, whether NDC, MPP, independent candidates. Let us generate and grow politicians who have a message, who have something to do about our society, who have something to do about Ghana. If they have led us before, whether in a capacity as member of parliament, whether as DC, whether as president, vice president, and they're coming back to us for a renewed mandate, we have to take them on their record. If we can build a society like that, our youth will be successful. If we can build a society like that, our young people will have hope. But if we build a society on the other way, where politicians are just talking about other politicians, without telling us that this is their policy, then we're going to be in trouble. And we need to note this down. It's an advice. People may take, people may not take, but that's okay. So here is Dr. BAWUMIA's record of showing significant tolerance to this young man who came out on social media to put it out and was concerned that the NDC people were attacking him. Mohammed Amin Anta, the very dynamic finance minister, there you see him in the photograph with Alhaji Dr. BAWUMIA, the vice president and the NPP presidential candidate. When you look at these things, all you can say is that with Dr. BAWUMIA, there are possibilities. Possibilities exist with Alhaji Mumuni BAWUMIA. Thank you very much for this one. I wish I could